Hey guys, welcome to another episode in the deep playthrough of Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. The flight that is on the agenda, I was thinking for a next cool adventure, so to say, is we will be starting off from one of the airfields that were used in the Battle of Britain. This is Eastchurch. I had it was quite a chore finding an airfield on the Microsoft Flight Simulator map that was actually used in the Battle of Britain. It seems like a lot of those airfields are not there anymore, or are new ones, just ones that were not there in the past. And of course, I had a limiting factor. I wanted to have one really in the southern eastern part of England, because the objective or the destination is Paris in the Spitfire. I really want to check if I can fly underneath the Eiffel Tower in this plane. That would be pretty cool. And also just check out Paris itself, of course. Then there is actually my question is: this the airfield, or is that brown part the airfield? I think we are on the airstrip right now. Right. Anywho, also checking out Paris, there are a lot of landmarks on the map itself, and as a destination airport I took one, the smallest I could find in the neighborhood of Paris, because I do find that is fitting for a plane like this, like a grass airstrip instead of like a big international airliner airport. So that is a little bit to the west of Paris. I don't really have like a marker on the Eiffel Tower itself, and I also don't think you can see Paris really clear from this map, because this map really only has like airfields and radio beacons. Not so much cities and stuff, but what I know from Google is that the airfield that we are here, this is a very small strip. I think Orly is supposed to be somewhere around here, but I think the Eiffel Tower should be, a little bit to the east of it. So I'm not sure whether this river, probably the Seine runs through Paris, probably. So I'm not sure what this ARC1 is. That's like a question mark. What the hell is that? 1 second. Just googling it. Microsoft Flight Simulator ARC1 question mark. Is that a landmark maybe or something? Right. Oh, sorry. I did ATC. I mean ARC1. I will almost done. I really cannot find it quickly. Nope, I have no idea what that means. That is probably just a designation of that one. But the thing is, what got me off track a bit is that question mark symbol. I never saw like this symbol. I've seen these triangles and these non-directional beacon things, which are these ones. I know these. I've seen these, but this question mark, no idea what it means. Probably something. Anyways, I think this river, the Seine, runs through Paris. So if we just go a little bit to the right, maybe 10 miles, 20 miles from the designated airfield, then we should see Paris. And then I hope from the air I can see the Eiffel Tower just by visuals. So that is the idea. Also maybe flying, of course, a bit across the coastline of London, and maybe see the Dover Cliffs. That's pretty nice. And then we will cross the channel just like they did in the Second World War. And then we will make our way to Paris. according to the setup, I fully maxed out the fuel load. We should be good to actually reach Paris without refueling. But what I did notice from playing with this plane is that it actually, yeah, maybe it wasn't full at the time, but it seems to use quite a lot of fuel, especially if you have like a rich mixture and high RPM. So yeah, I will just have to check the fuel gauge. You have to press it and you can momentarily see if the bottom tank still has anything in it. There's also a top tank, but that is not indicated on the fuel gauge. So if the top tank or the external tank is empty, then you run into the bottom tank, which has like 37 gallons. And if that one, you can press the button and you see the level of that one. But yeah, when you hit that bottom tank, yeah, you don't really know. It's probably all, yeah, just have to get accustomed to it, to the fuel consumption and the distance you can fly or the time you can fly based on that external tank. I don't know, but maybe I will just have to do a pit stop somewhere. We will just find an airfield close by to put in some more fuel and then get on the way further to Paris, because of course I will also not fly in a straight line. If I will check the cliffs of Dover a bit, or I see some cool little landmark on the countryside of above France, then I will probably not be the most fuel efficient, and maybe also do some loops and some rolls and stuff. But we will see how it goes. But the plan is Eastchurch, Second World War airfield, going to, I forgot the name of the little airstrip. Maybe I still have it open here in next to Paris. No, I closed that, but that doesn't matter. I will find it. It should be in the title of this video, because actually, of course, I'm going to put it in the title, the departure and the destination airfield. Or maybe I will just put Paris, I'm not sure yet, or Eiffel Tower or something like that, but it will be in the description for sure of the video. And before I do it, because taking off in this plane is quite tricky, before I crash the plane, I like so, and get back in the game like so. And again, in the amazingly cool Spitfire, I did turn down the master volume a bit, because in the last video when we went from, or I went from Courchevel to Milan, the sound was deafening. It's super visceral and it's a very cool sound, so it's actually quite an experience, but I hardly could, I literally, if it was full RPM, I did not hear my voice at all when I spoke. And it's also pretty soft compared to, as a voiceover in the video, compared to the engine sound. So I did dial it down a notch. Maybe I need to do it a bit more even, because of course this is a pretty longer flight. And I don't want to scream all the way just because I think nobody can hear me because of the engine sound. But yeah, I also don't want to dial it down that much, because it's such a visceral, cool experience, this plane, and a very loud engine sound, in my view, is part of the experience. Of course, the pilots probably, when they flew this in real life, they did have, I think, I assume some ear mufflers or sound mufflers, ear caps on. So it's not that unimmersive if you made it make it a little bit more less loud, but yeah, we will see about that. Anyways, here we go. When I started it up over here, the engine was already running, so I shut it off, because I like to yeah, start it from scratch. I will also be opening up this one, and why the hell? I move around? Alright, now it works. That one is going open, and I like to just start from a full, what they call a cold and dark airplane. So, cold engine, no electricity, fully dark, but of course it just ran, so probably it's not super cold. So the good thing is I probably don't need to pump the manual, this one, the fuel pressure, which is quite annoying. You have to pump it like 9 or 10 times, and also the primer, you have to prime it 5 times. Probably that is already all good because I just shut down the engine before I started the episodes. Anyways, what we do need to do is mixture to forward, so auto, the throttle we will put it forward so it hits the electricity switch. You see now the down from the landing gear indicator is lights up, so electricity is on. Throttle 1/2 of an inch forwards, the propeller trim all the way forward, so that is high pitch. I think we are putting on the fuel system, and that's about it. It's actually pretty simple, probably good for this plane. It has a tendency to swerve to the left because of torque steer if you apply too much power upon takeoff. So I will now be putting full right rudder trim, and also what I understood, what is helpful is if you do some elevator, a nose down elevator trim, because that gets the tail wheel sooner off the ground, and apparently that is it's at least it's you will be it will be quicker to actually see in front of you instead of just having to look a bit down the sides of the plane, which is the side of the plane, which is a bit annoying. So a bit downwards elevator trim, and I think we should be good to go. The parking brake is on. Let's see, I doubt whether we have a tower over here. What direction are we facing? There's actually one thing I just quickly want to check, and the altimeter, I should actually set it, but the problem is the altimeter in the ATC menu, which is not even here, I think. There is no tower or ATIS and weather information and stuff, but that is in a different unit than the one in this plane. In this plane it is, I think, millibar or something. You see with the altimeter meter, if you want to calibrate it, the information from the air traffic controller is in mercury per inch, and the this old altimeter is in, I think, what is millibar, and I think 1 millibar is like 30 something, maybe mercury inch. So you really have to do a conversion, but I will just leave that now. I will just try to gauge the elevation or the altitude just by eye a bit. But what I do want to check out, what I find a bit weird, is we are now, I assume, in the direction of 90 degrees. I'm not sure whether it's 85 or 95. Which direction it turns to, but this is the heading indicator. That's, I think, that works gyroscopically. We below over here have the magnetic compass. I went a little bit too far, like over there, and I still don't really. Last time I was in this plane, there was like a super big difference between the two. Like now, I also totally don't get it, because I will probably check it up in the air once we're up in the air, because this one is either 85 or 95 degrees, and over there I think you 90 is over here, But I think this is the front of the plane. So this one actually is now pointing towards 270 degrees. So yeah, I have no idea how those, I know you can fix it or open it up, and then you can also move this thing around. Hello, can I also go the other side? That's the other button. That is probably for, yeah, I'm totally lost here actually. What this does? No, I have no idea where north is. Yeah, probably this little line is north, so we will line up the scale, circular scale with it. But, and I think this is the plane, this other cross, but yeah, it's just pretty. You can dial this, I think, for if you want to. I forgot how it works, but if you want to keep to a certain bearing or something, you can yeah, use this dial functionality. Anyways, I will just leave it all be. We will look maybe that up in the air. Everything is set. Everything should be good to go. Boost coil, and the other one was the boost coil and the the engine starter. You have to press them both at the same time, which you can press in the middle, and then it will do that for you. So let's hope it starts. Starts. Nope. I will probably. Oh, there is pressure in the system. If there was no fuel pressure, there would be a red light over here. So no, I need to pump this one. But what I probably need to do is prime it a bit. Ah, no, I know what I forgot. I forgot the magnetos. Let's try this again without the primer. And also, let's see. Let's put that back. Here we go. Right, nice. Very nice. Yeah, we're good to go, I would say. Parking brake loose. A little bit throttle. Oh, that's too much. Here we go. that far en route. So and the takeoff also was like very bad, I must say. I crashed into a couple of trees, but luckily the plane just kept going. But I'm not going to fly all the way to Paris with the landing gear down, because that is more drag, more instability. So I will have to redo the start. So here we go, quickly, one restart, so that I can actually get that landing gear up. Because I think, because I already flew, I can try to get it up, but because I think I went too fast already, I think it's stuck. And this is an emergency only to get it down, not to get it up. Not sure what this is. Windscreen de-icer. Right, we're going pretty slow. The flaps are still down. Landing gear seems locked. Just trying a couple more times. Nope, that's not working. So, yeah, maybe if I land somewhere, is there an airplane in the vicinity? Airfield, I mean. Is there an airfield in the vicinity? Yeah, I think there is. Let's try and land over here. now the landing gear works again. So let's just now stop the plane. And sometimes that makes the game think like you really, especially if you do like so. Yes, then you get like this screen. Hopefully this resets the stuck landing gear. Alright, so here we go. Let's put this one on, that one on, that one on. A little bit throttle. Propeller pitch fully forwards. Mixture rich. And there we go. Right, let's try it. Here we go. time limit, of course, already, but quickly I am going to do it a little bit less for you. I really don't hear myself otherwise. Anyway, in the next episode I will try to find those cliffs. I still don't hear myself. God damn it. I'm like at 80 or what was it? 70 or 80? 70% sound volume setting. It doesn't really seem to make any. Ah, here they are. Are these the cliffs? Probably. Alright, we found the cliffs. Very nice. Let's quickly fly past them. Woohoo! Very nice. Oh, they had to load in for a bit. To get the high quality version. Check it out. Very nice. Man, there's a lot of texture popping over here. Not sure what's up with that. That's a shame, so we cannot really see it as it's supposed to be. Here, this is all marbled.